Alright, welcome to the GO.A.T channel. Disc golf edition. Gonna do something different today. This is a one disc challenge. This disc has been sanded. It also has a hole drilled through the middle, as you can tell. So I drilled a hole through it with about the second biggest bit. And we're just gonna play a one disc challenge, see if it flies much different. See what happens with it. This is hole 1, basket 1, par 4, 375. Got a little Yankee with it. All right, this may not be a full round. What we're doing is basically just testing if a hole in the middle, which it has been sanded too, so if you take both those into account, what are we going to do, what's going to happen with it. And as you can tell, I threw it way right. There's your tee pad, came way right, but I may have overturned it, so we're right here. I'm going to try to throw it up the hill decently. Maybe not overturn it this time. Let's see if I can kind of come through harder, stay leaned into it. Not a bad shot. That is a mid-range, so, and I was up a hill, a little harder throw, but it was definitely straighter, much better throw. We're looking for par here. So far, I feel like it's just dying quicker, and so it could be the air pushing down the hole in the middle. So this is about the distance I like my mid-range, and this is probably not going to be a full round. It's just kind of testing this, see if anything happened to it. Right now it feels like it's just kind of dying out quicker. That wasn't a bad little layup there. We are going for par on 1. Still seems like, I don't know if the air is forcing its way through, but it seems like it's kind of killing it. This is our par on 1. So we took a par on 1. Even with 2 bad throws in there, not bad at all. On to 2, like I said, probably a 4-hole vlog or something like that. We're really just trying to test and see if that hole does anything for it. My first level ground throw didn't go too well, but that was mostly, I think, because of the I overthrew it. Now this is going to be the true test, I think, of how it. Ooh. I'm not sure if the less weight's making it, like, I don't feel like I'm overturning it. So I don't know if that just little hole out of the middle is making it overturn. But so far, but we'll get to some shorter holes, and once we get to some of the shorter ones, you know, we'll be able to kind of groove them better. And right here we may have even a truer test of what it does instead of overthrowing. However, the glide definitely feels compromised. We are at, I thought this said the glide here. I was gonna, yeah, it's supposed to be a 5 glide, and it's definitely not getting, you know, the 5 glide is not really happening. Like, it's not staying up there very long now. So I think that's one thing that changes. Not a bad looking throw. That was more on me than the disc. That one actually kind of stayed up more. I didn't but it still, when it starts dying, it just kind of seems like it's falling harder than usual. Typically that thing would stay up even further and I'd be even further into the weeds. So it's going to be about an impossible putt here. What I'm going to try to do is go up under this. Oh, and that was not a bad putt. I got to get it up just a little more, but looks like we're +1 through 2. The disc for putting though feels good, really short range. So far, long range and mid range, it just doesn't feel comfortable. Feels like it dies on you. So +1 through 2. On to a shorter one. So this is going to be a real test of what it does once it kind of gets in hyzer, because I'm going to try to throw it out and let it hyzer in just real high. Usually it works fairly well, but we'll see how the wind affects it through that single hole. It's only 147 and you just take it out right of this tree just a little bit. I feel like it's definitely affecting the glide, if nothing else. Everything else is almost the same. It's just not it's not gliding, and once it turns over, it stays turned over. So it never really, once it flips, it never comes back. So far, that's really all I'm getting from it, is that just that little hole makes a little bit of difference, but not an over difference. It's more on affecting your glide. And we're going to do some other stuff with this one disc. It has a hole in it and it's been sanded now. We're going to do other things. This right here is the third one, and we are going to try to get it back to even. So that is even par for the day. We bogeyed. We had an even, we bogeyed one, and we birdied one. So we're gonna at least do one more in this challenge, and that's gonna be the fourth one, which is basically just a direct shot, and it'll give us more ideal. I think I got to get a little more into it to make up for that glide. And so we'll see right here what happens. So this is a par 3, 144. Just straight. With this disc, we're going to put it out right some, let it come back in. I am going to try to throw it a little harder, but the key is not to overthrow it and make sure, because it's not going to glide as much. So we got to give it a little more juice. And that was perfect line, like absolutely the perfect angle, perfect line. It hung up there because I actually had to throw a little more into it. So what happened was it went just a tad long and then it rolled out, but we were pretty much right behind the basket. So after the rollout, we still got a decent sized putt. This will be our fourth and final hole of the challenge. This would put us at 1 under for the challenge in 4, if not close enough to be even. Perfect throw, almost the perfect throw. Left it short. That is going to be even for the day. So that is the GO.A.T channel. That is the GO.A.T channel drilled hole edition, basically. Even for the day, we'll take it. Sand it, drilled hole. Basically the only difference I seen was a glide, and we're gonna be trying some more challenges. This is the GOAT channel disc golf edition. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like,